This mom of three took a DNA test leading to an unsettling truth. Lydia's journey into motherhood began with a turbulent twist at the young age of 21. She found out that she was expecting her first child, but was separated from the father, Jamie, without either of them knowing about the new life growing within her. The challenges intensified as Lydia welcomed her second child almost a year later, navigating the complexities of single parenthood. Struggling to provide for her growing family, Lydia turned to welfare benefits, prompting the state prosecutor's office to mandate a DNA test to establish paternity. However, the results of the test not only shattered Lydia's expectations but also thrust her into an inexplicable nightmare. The prosecutor delivered the unexpected news, declaring, "There is absolutely no way that you are the mother." At first, Lydia was shocked to learn that she was being questioned extensively and may be charged with welfare fraud. The findings of the DNA test were perplexing. Instead of the anticipated 50% maternal match, they revealed no match between Lydia and her two children. Lydia insisted on another test, and 3 more tests were administered before the same confusing result was obtained. When she finally resorted to her mother in despair, she was met with the hilarious lack of belief in the ridiculousness of the situation. Meanwhile, Lydia's family was under threat of disintegrating due to the state's unrelenting search for the truth. Amid all of this chaos, Karen Keegan, a lady who has dealt with her own genetic anomaly, appears to be a lifeline. In an attempt to find answers specific to her case, Karen worked with a group of experts who were interested in the ways that genetic justice may affect the court system. Driven by her own encounters, Karen emerged as the surprising hero in Lydia's developing misfortune. In their search for a solution, they came upon the extremely uncommon disease known as chimerism, in which a person possesses 2 different DNA profiles. Potential chimeric Karen offered a new perspective on Lydia's confusing circumstances. The scientific community acknowledged this genetic anomaly's exceptional rarity because there are reportedly 40 examples globally that have been reported. The stakes were high when the researchers began to test Karen for chimerism. Lydia's genetic anomalies may have a reasonable explanation if she did, in fact, possess a second set of DNA. Investigating this riddle turned into a joint venture between the quest for justice and scientific curiosity. Karen and Lydia did not have any physical deformities, even though chimerism usually presents with such anomalies. Despite the overwhelming DNA evidence and the imminent fear of losing custody of her children, Lydia found solace in the potential of this genetic oddity. Lydia became involved in a legal dispute, and the judge, understanding the special situation, made an innovative intervention order. The plan was to take blood samples as soon as Lydia's 3rd kid was born, providing a real-time answer to the confusing genetic riddle. Lydia had to wait 2 weeks for the findings, which seemed like forever. Because she had to put up with years of denial and accusations. Even though she should have been thrilled to be going home with her infant, there was still a lot of uncertainty. The test findings, which showed Lydia and the baby had no genetic similarity, intensified the legal battle even further. But rather than relief, Lydia was confronted with a more serious charge. In the absence of concrete scientific proof, the prosecution conjectured about surrogacy, criminal activity, and possibly kidnapping. Lydia was in a dire predicament, and a lawyer who would support her was a crucial ally. The idea of chimerism became increasingly prominent as the legal dispute grew more intense. Equipped with knowledge of this uncommon genetic disorder, the court made a conclusive decision, finding that Lydia was, in fact, the biological mother of all 3 of her children. After a protracted period of mistrust and accusations, Lydia's life was finally saved by the scientific truth. Lydia overcame many hardships on her tumultuous path, ultimately bringing an end to the horrifying pain that tormented her. She solved a confusing mystery through a rare combination of scientific study and judicial justice, demonstrating a mother's persistent perseverance. Lydia's story demonstrated how crucial it is to accept scientific advancements when negotiating the intricacies of human relationships and identity. In addition to freeing Lydia from her suffering, this life-changing event also provided a moving example of the human spirit's tenacity and the ability of knowledge to triumph over the most difficult obstacles in life. Finally, she was the real mother of her 3 beloved children, and no one can deny that.